7 Immortal Parasite-Filled Foods in your kitchen. Deadly for seniors over 60. Hello, I am Dr. David. In my 30 years of practicing geriatrics, I have witnessed thousands of patients walk into my clinic with the same scenario. They feel exhausted, their memory is fading, and their weight fluctuates unpredictably. They think these are just marks of time. They accept it as an inevitable part of growing old. But today, I am here to tell you a much harsher truth. Right now, inside your body, there may be alien organisms living. They are not viruses, nor are they typical bacteria. They are silent invaders, parasites. They are quietly draining the nutrients you consume, devastating your digestive system, and releasing toxins into your blood, clouding your mind. The most terrifying part? They do not come from distant, dirty water sources. They come from that fresh salad, that juicy steak, or that bowl of strawberries you ate this morning. They are immortal against the refrigerator and even common cooking temperatures. If you have passed the age of 60, your body is no longer the fortified fortress it once was. The risk of you becoming a host for these organisms is 3 times higher. Before we dive into this list of 7 blacklisted foods, I have an urgent request. This information is vital but is often restricted by social media platforms because it is so blunt. To protect yourself and the senior community, please press the subscribe button now and turn on the notification bell. Your like is not just support for me, but a way for the algorithm to bring this video to those who need it most. Do you want to know the truth hiding in your kitchen? Let us begin. Many people ask me, Dr. David, I have eaten this way my whole life. Why should I be afraid now? This is the fatal flaw in thinking. Let me explain from a geriatric medical perspective. 1. The collapse of the acid barrier. Our stomachs are designed to be a reservoir of strong acid, $HCl. At age 20, this acid concentration is strong enough to dissolve many types of parasite larvae instantly. But as you age, the body experiences a condition called hypochlorhydria, low stomach acid. This first barrier is neutralized, creating a direct line for parasites to enter the small intestine. 2. Slow tissue recovery. Imagine your intestinal lining as a filter. Parasites use hooks and suckers to attach to it, causing tiny ulcers. In youth, these cells replace themselves after a few days. But at age 70, this process takes weeks. This creates an opportunity for opportunistic bacteria to invade, causing chronic inflammation. 3. Telling numbers from the CDC. Every year, approximately 30 million Americans are infected with parasites. Many think this is an issue for developing countries. That is a mistake. Food globalization and climate change have brought these pathogens into the most luxurious supermarkets in New York, London, or Sydney. Living in a modern city does not mean you are safe. Food number 1. Leafy greens, the fresh trap. Now open your refrigerator. What do you see? Bags of spinach, lettuce, or kale labeled organic or pre-washed. These are at the top of the blacklist. The hidden ones, Cryptosporidium and Giardia. You can see clean vegetables with the naked eye, but you cannot see the cysts. These cysts have a chitin shell structure so durable they are called the diamonds of the microbial world. They withstand chlorine, making washing with tap water useless. They withstand the freezing temperatures of the refrigerator. They survive common vegetable washes. Infection route. Irrigation water contaminated with animal waste or untreated sewage is the culprit. When you eat raw vegetables, these cysts enter the gut, hatch, and begin to replicate. In young people, it might just be a mild bout of diarrhea. But for those over 65, it causes nutrient malabsorption. You eat plenty, yet your body wastes away because parasites have taken all the vitamins. Specifically, acute dehydration from these organisms can lead to kidney failure within 48 hours. My dear friends, let us pause for a moment. If in the past 3 months you have frequently felt bloated or gassy after eating salad, or noticed abnormal bowel movements, please comment the number 1 below. I want to track how many people are experiencing these warning signs without knowing. Food number 2. Rare beef, the home of the tapeworm. A medium rare steak may seem like a luxurious, protein-rich dinner, but to me it is a gamble with Tinea saginata, the beef tapeworm. Robert was a 74-year-old retired engineer in Denver. He came to me looking haggard, having lost 5 kilograms in 3 months and complaining that his mind was always foggy, unable to focus on reading. Previous doctors suspected cancer or early Alzheimer's. After an in-depth stool analysis, we discovered an uninvited guest 5 meters long coiled in his intestines. This worm had been stealing Robert's vitamin B12 for 2 years. Vitamin B12 is the core of the nervous system. Without it, you will appear to have dementia. Many believe that searing the edges makes it safe. In reality, tapeworm cysts lie deep within the muscle fibers. If the center of the meat does not reach 160 degrees Fahrenheit 71 degrees Celsius, the larvae remain alive and healthy. Once in your stomach, they use tiny hooks to latch onto the intestinal lining and begin to grow centimeters every day. Give up the habit of eating rare beef if you are in the twilight of your life. Do not trade years of mental health for one tasty meal. My friends, we have only covered 2 of the 7 most dangerous foods. I know this information may cause you worry or even fear when looking at your dining table. But remember, fear does nothing. Awareness is the cure. Knowledge is the most effective antidote. Right now, I will reveal even more shocking truths. Food number 4. Undercooked pork, the nester in the muscle. The 4th food is present in almost every kitchen, pork. We know about the pork tapeworm, but there is another enemy more sophisticated and cruel. Trichinella spiralis. When you eat undercooked pork, perhaps a grilled piece that is charred on the outside but pink inside, or cheap smoked sausages, the larvae cysts release thousands of tiny worms into the small intestine. From here, they do not stay in the gut. They penetrate the intestinal wall, enter the circulatory system, and find muscle tissues with high blood flow to nest. The Mayo Clinic has issued a serious warning. In the elderly, trichinosis often causes myocarditis and heart rhythm disorders. Warning: many deaths in the elderly are recorded as heart failure due to old age, but in reality, upon examination, thousands of parasite nests are found in the heart muscle. Misleading symptoms: muscle pain, fever, puffy eyes. Many people mistake this for the flu or chronic arthritis. Remember this number: 145 degrees Fahrenheit, about 63 degrees Celsius. This is the minimum temperature for pork. Most importantly, after turning off the heat, let the meat rest for at least 3 minutes. The residual heat will continue to destroy the most stubborn larvae cysts deep inside the meat. Food number 5 and 6. Berries and shellfish. Now, let us talk about what we often call the elixir for skin and brain. Berries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and shellfish, oysters, clams, mussels. I want to tell you about Margaret, age 68, a patient who was very health conscious. She ate organic strawberries every morning for vitamins. But strawberries have a rough surface full of tiny pits. This is the perfect habitat for Cyclospora. The harsh truth: this parasite clings so tightly that tap water or typical produce washes are nearly useless. Margaret lost 12 kilograms and had to be hospitalized for continuous 4 fluids just because of that clean plate of strawberries. Oysters, clams, and mussels are water filters. They pump dozens of liters of water through their bodies every day to feed. If that water contains even a small amount of waste, they will concentrate parasites and viruses like hepatitis A and norovirus inside their bodies. For those over 60, the liver has already begun to tire. One contaminated oyster can cause acute liver failure, with a mortality rate 5 times higher than in younger people. Food number 7. Leftover rice, the indirect reservoir. This is what will make you change your habits tonight. Leftover rice. The rice grain itself does not typically contain parasites, but cooked rice is an environment extremely rich in starch and moisture. If you leave rice at room temperature for more than 2 hours, it attracts small insects and cockroaches. These creatures carry parasite eggs from sewers into your rice bowl. Furthermore, the bacteria Bacillus cereus in leftover rice produces toxins that withstand high temperatures. For the elderly with poor digestive systems, eating leftover rice that hasn't been thoroughly reheated is a feast for pathogens to grow. Do not worry too much. I am not telling you to stop eating. I want you to eat smartly and safely. This is the 5-step process I apply to my own family. 1. Own a food thermometer. This is the most worthy investment for your health. Do not guess the doneness by eye. When the internal temperature reaches the standard, parasites are completely destroyed. 2. The miraculous vinegar wash formula. Salt water is not strong enough. Use 1 tablespoon of white vinegar for every gallon of water, about 4 liters. Soak vegetables and fruits for 15 minutes. The acidity of the vinegar loosens the bond of the parasite cysts, allowing them to wash away under a strong stream of water. 3. The 2-hour speed rule. All cooked food must be put in the refrigerator within 120 minutes. Do not leave food on the table and take a nap. 4. Periodic stool tests. Do not just take blood tests. Parasites live in the gut, and a stool test is the only way to catch them red-handed. Ask your doctor to do this once a year. 5. Listen to your gut. If you feel persistent fatigue, do not just shrug and say, "I must be getting old." Ask yourself, what have I eaten in the last 2 weeks? Parasites often leave traces through bloating and sudden weight changes. My dear friends, our 2-hour journey is coming to an end. I know this information is very long and detailed, but it is because I value your health. I do not want you to be just a number in a CDC report. I want you to be a healthy, sharp-minded senior who can hold your grandchildren and travel the world without worrying about stomach pains or senseless confusion. Knowledge is the weapon, but action is the armor. If you find what I shared today valuable, please help me perform 3 small actions that could save someone's life. Share this video immediately. Send it to your family's messaging groups, to your older friends. Your one share could help someone avoid a painful tapeworm surgery. Subscribe and turn on the bell. I will return with more in-depth topics on cardiovascular health and aging. Do not miss out on life-saving information. Comment your opinion. What topic do you want me to talk about next? Diabetes, sleep in old age, or how to choose supplements? I will read every comment to prepare content for you. Remember, health is the greatest asset. Do not let tiny organisms steal your brilliant life. I wish you all peace, health, and happiness. I am Dr. David, and I will see you in the next health series. Goodbye.